Okay, chaps, so here goes the final push of the interested party. It's a new round. The great priest Ulrin Mortis has been banished, and it's Kalash's turn.
Shit, yeah.
I will move slightly to one side and say he's a priest, right?
He is.
Can priests travel the plains? Because if so, he might come back a bit sooner than we expect.
So you move to there and inquire, and is that everything, or are you holding your attack roll?
I'm holding my attack, and if anything appears, I'm going to...
Rick can hold them for 10 full rounds. We Arab McT.
I am going to lob a spell at the one that's fighting Gagoth, and then I'm going to throw a hail on him.
That would be a failure on his saving throw, so do your damage. Oh, partially resisted, but it is critically injured now. And then you're going to throw a hail on Goth. Goth, you feel healing energy run through in it. And is that your turn, sir?
Yes, it is.
Right, large greater zombie bashes at Wee Rab twice with his empowered slam. Hits the first time, and the second attack misses. You dodge out of the way. Greater zombie uses his action to do a strength check. Finally breaks free and shuffles forward into combat, but can't do anything else. Goth, it's your turn. Now faced by 2 zombies.
Yeah. Relentless attack, wherever it is. Reckless attack even. Ouch.
Oh, there we go. Some critage. Bam, baby. Down it goes.
Yeah. Target that one. That one. Yeah, this one.
The weak voice one. Hack and slash.
Check something. I haven't, so...
Oh, I'll tell you what I should have done. Undead got you 5 plus the damage taken. Right. So, how much did he take? 26 for that. A lot. Yeah, he is dead. So, you hit another one?
Yeah.
Have you got another attack here?
Oh, dear God, yes. I've just got an action surge.
So many attacks. Chopping away at him. 1, 2, 3. Hits on a 9. That's just not cricket, that. Failing to put him down. It's heavily damaged.
And I'll use my bonus action attack.
Just too many attacks. Yeah, another hit. Wham. There you go. He's still only heavily injured. Scarily enough.
Okay.
Is that everything?
That is everything.
Raging and shouting. Right, we have a spherical zombie who uses a strength check of 6. He can't break free. Ulrin Mortis is busy being banished. Eggle?
I'm holding my attack, waiting for Derek.
Very good, sir. Rick?
Can I do anything while holding concentration?
Yeah, you can melee attack, or you can make a spell attack that doesn't fire it. So
I can do that, so I'm pretty sure Eldritching is fine.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast will be fine.
Yep. Okay.
So in the last one, you want to mix it up a little, throw some Eldritch Blasts around.
I know. I've never done it, which is remarkable for being a warlock. I'm going to fire at that one.
Okay.
Why not coming on? There you go. Cast it. Hit damage.
Yeah, big hits. Now we've got the bless.
Oh, nat 20.
Crit. Yeah, baby.
What a terrible roll for
3 damage.
Woo!
He is still standing.
I'm going to shout, I'm concentrating on this thing, you bastards.
And it's a new round, and we're back to Kalash. So, 9 rounds.
I would like to do 2 things at once. I would like to ready my caltrops and ball bearings and pour them out on the floor in front of me.
Okay.
Where he's supposed to appear.
That is fine.
This won't prevent him from appearing, will it?
It will not, no. Shash, 25. May hit. Right. Right, it dies. You do so much damage that its zombiness does not help it. You shoot twice, killing it. Is that your turn, Dave?
Yeah, I think I'll move as well.
Nimbly hopping a whole 5 feet. Good for you. We Arab.
I target the zombie and I'll counter it again. And then I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds posh. That sounds somewhat expensive. Right, he fails, so you do your damage to him. Right, zapping him. It's critically injured, it's falling to pieces. And then Mass Cure Wounds. Everybody feels a little better. Excellent job.
Much appreciated. Very much.
Thank you. I feel grand.
Greater Zombie Weak Voice actually gets to attack Goth, however. Finally. It's all coming up, Zombie. He misses. And he misses again. And it's your turn, Goth.
He gets hit, I hope.
I'm sure he will. They seem very easy to hit. Yeah, another crate. 34. Might just hit. Yeah. So it has to make a saving throw with a DC of 25, a con saving throw. No, that is the short answer. It drops down when you chop it to bits.
Okay.
Leaving just one tangled up zombie at the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, stepping back. Zombie attempts once more to break free. 16. It finally breaks free and shambles out of the entanglement, but can't actually do anything. Ethical.
I'm still holding my attack, waiting for Derek.
Very good. Rick, you're on mute.
Oh, bollocks, which is what I said. Right. Can I move and still?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But then again, I'm going to move to here, and then I'm going to hit the zombie with an Eldritch Blast, because I don't want it to be able to hit me and potentially force me to do a concentration check. That is what I will do.
I just started Eldritch Blast, and now's the time you get the 24s. I mean, we've waited entire campaigns for this, Rick. Bam.
Yep. Yeah, that's me.
2 blasts. Zombie still standing, barely. End of round. So that's 3. So Uller and Mortis will reappear in 7 rounds without you dropping concentration. Kalash, still waiting?
Count.
I'm going to drink my potion of healing.
Very good. Glug glug. The DM makes the drinky sign with his thumb and little finger.
My character sheet seems to have disappeared.
Double click your portrait or double click your token.
It seems to have reappeared. I even had it ready to go. Where do I drag it to?
You don't drag it, you just click it. On your actions, your potion of great healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just click the little tick box on the left hand side.
Ah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'll break. Can I break the bottle and leave it in amongst the caltrops?
Yes. So there's now caltrops, barbarians, and broken glass. Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Shush.
Twang, twang.
Yes. Twang, twang. Yeah. I'm not sure why you're getting advantage, but you hit. Right. 21. It needs to make a con saving throw with a difficulty of 21. You got a 7 because I clicked it twice. So that is indeed dead. All of the zombies now are dead, as are the priests. Rick is holding his hands out like Baby Yoda doing the concentration thing. You've got 7 rounds if you want to do it.
Can I have some soup then?
Some bone soup.
Oh.
So is there anything you want to do? Because you've only got...
You've actually got 7 rounds to get in preparation.
But Bless has only got 5 rounds left. So if you wait it out, all of your Bless will have dropped.
Dave, you're a ranger. Start a fire in the square outlet pay as well. So we'll have glass, caltrops, and fire.
A crepe bonfire would work.
So how many rounds are you waiting? And what?
And I've got crepe bonfire.
I'll keep my sword and shield.
But it does need concentration.
Right, Rob steps forward.
I am happy to drop the concentration as soon as anybody else is ready. So should we take 1 round each to maybe get into position? Is there anything else anybody else wants to do?
Yeah, sit down on one of the bed, raise the middle fingers, actually clap slowly towards Klesh and raise the middle fingers. Thanks a lot.
Right, so I'll advance it around.
I cast Shillelagh.
And you've cast Shillelagh on yourself, so cast Shalala. Right, so it's a new round. Rick, are you dropping your concentration?
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Yep.
You stop concentrating.
I'll drop that.
Boom. Ulrud Mortis appears.
Derek.
Hello, Derek.
Don't use that name. Nobody uses that name. Kalash, you're up first. You have a dagger ready.
I will shank the figure. Do I get advantage?
Everybody gets advantage, I guess. All just roll to hits and things. As I don't suspect that they'll last too long.
That rolled 1,000,000 dice.
Yeah.
I kind of hit.
9 damage to Derek.
Helps if I'm targeting them, doesn't it?
37 damage to Derek.
Can I poison him now?
Yeah, do 36 extra damage. He goes, ow.
Then I'll hit him with my mace.
An extra 5 points of damage. Right, you hit him with your mace. Who else is lashing into him?
Me.
Yep.
Should we all do it at once?
It seems funny, yeah. Shash, roll.
Oh, miss. That was a hit. 1 damage.
He's not going through this. Rick's put him down, hurrah!
With 1 damage?
Yeah. Right, at the last possible second, Derek shouts out, he's stabbed, he's slashed, he's hopping up and down as his feet are cut by broken glass caltrops. He's slipping about like a Charlie Chaplin film, and he raises his mace to the sky and he cries out, "I'll show you the true power of Merkel. Merkel, destroy the unbelievers." And from his hand, you see a black malady spread, and it goes down his arm. He starts to scream, going, "No, no, what?" And as you watch, within 6 seconds, his whole body turns black and putrefies and corrodes in on itself. The skeleton collapses to the floor in a pile of goo. Derek lies dead before you. Apparently, Merkel thought that he was the unbeliever.
Bye-bye, Derek.
This
See you later.
Angela Merkel is very horrible.
Right. In the pile of goo, there is a backpack, some chainmail, a mace, and a shield.
I'll grab his backpack carefully.
I'll cast Detect Magic to see if anything's fancy.
Right, the shield and the mace are not magical. They're just fancy, the head of the mace is inscribed with skulls and that kind of thing. Something in the backpack is Detect Magical.
Right. Can I step out of the way of this pile of goo and whatnot, and then I shall tip the contents out on the floor?
Does somebody want to check? Well, it shouldn't be a trap.
Right, coins scatter everywhere, mixing in with the caltrops and the broken glass and the ball bearings.
I'm stepping out the way of all this lot.
All right.
So I can tip it all out in the heap.
There's a whole bunch of 700 gold, 35 plat. There's a small case, maybe 2 inches by an inch, and 3 spell scrolls fall out.
I will pick them up and open them up one by one, see what language they're in.
Right. The scrolls are a scroll of Forbiddance, Holy Aura, and Raised Dead. Raised Dead. Nice.
I actually can do that, and I always forget I can.
And there's, like I said, there's a small wooden case. And the wooden case is really magic. Obviously, the scrolls are as well, because they're magical.
Might as well open the case then.
So
would you like me to check it for you?
Who opens the case?
Well, I shall pick it up, check it for nefariousness, and presuming it doesn't appear to be deadly.
Well, it certainly doesn't explode upon you, but it's just got a little catch. It's not locked. Then you flip the catch and open it, and inside are a small pair of crystal lenses, somewhat like contact lenses, but made of crystal. So they must be comfortable.
Ow!
They're no fun boots.
Oh, not at all.
Can I tell what type of magic's on them? I believe
divination-y type magic, I think.
Right, so kind of knowing, I'll say they look like they know things or they can see things.
Right, raking through the remains of the priests, you also find some more coin and 5 potions, which you do a taste test on and turn out to be 5 potions of healing.
Very handy.
Indeed.
Can you just tell me something? The remains. Is it bones or a corpse or is it just goo?
The skeleton is more or less intact, but it looks like the bones are going rubbery as if they've been dissolved in acid, and the soft bits have just turned to a black goo that seems to be decaying rapidly.
Just because I quite like the idea of animating his corpse.
Yeah, the bones are actually going soft. Some powerful divine retribution
probably
is
not worth
that
it.
Corpse.
But I would have liked the irony.
So there's a whole bunch of potions. There's a whole bunch of coins.
Do we sick and we search the dead priests and that?
Yeah, that's what you found. 5 potions of healing and a whole bunch of coins.
All right, let's get him up.
What, animate the priest?
Well, no, because he's a bit. I don't need some sort of bendy zombie.
Right, so you've got a room to the south the zombies emerge from. Now that you've had a minute or so to say, the zombies are wet from sort of the mid-shin down, and you've got the room to the north with a bunch of dead cultists in a circle, and then the room to the north where the Mortals came from.
I need like a minute. Keep going, guys.
Explore the room to the north.
Good idea. I'll close this little case and pop it in my pouch for the minute till we'll work out what to do with it.
Somebody might have to put it in their graves. Yeah. I will also join going over to the north.
The chamber to the north is obviously his personal chamber. It contains a bedroll, a casket which is empty, and 2 giant skulls are mounted to the wall.
Detect magic.
There's nothing in the room that detects is magical.
She'll point this out.
There are signs of bloodletting on the floor, and it appears as if Ulrun Mortless, Derek, slightly crazed, was attempting to regain favour. Scribbled on the walls in chalk is Why have you forsaken me, my lord? I have only ever done the best for you, and that kind of messages scrolled in a crazy way all over.
That bloke's a nutter.
I certainly think he's lost his faith. Right, let's get round the back. Let's get down anywhere else.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
It's not that he's lost his faith, but Father Dougal did say that he no longer had Makel's favour, as he had called in a great divine ritual to summon an army of the dead. That's not a normal cleric thing.
The faith lost him.
Yeah. Right, Goth, you head up into the chamber that is slightly wet, full of dead cultists.
I'd look for another way out of here. Any doors?
There are no other doors. You
No
have,
hidden doors, no passages.
however, you have a passive perception. You see in the southwest corner what appears to be several muddy scrapes on the floor. Sorry, the southeast corner, not the southwest.
Makes a little bit more sense. So I will search that area for any mechanisms to open a door.
Now that you know what you're looking for, it's quite easy to notice that there's a fine line around what appears to be a secret door.
Okay.
What about the rest of you folks? While Gugoth starts searching
Well,
that
has
room.
Gugoth mentioned there's a secret door there or not?
Oh, hell no. Not at this point. You got things to do as well.
Yeah, I'm going to pick my caltrops up and me ball
Right,
bearings.
so you slowly and pathetically start to pick up your caltrops and ball bearings. Some of them are embedded in the goo of what used to be Derek.
Can I head
That'll make them
down?
more effective.
I take it that spell's gone, the one with the briars and that.
Yeah, that is gone. Right, Rick, you get to the doorway there and stop momentarily at least, because the GM is altering the map. And then when he finishes altering the map, you look into the room. Small round peg holes on the walls are all that remains of wine racks that once lined the cellar. The floor is deep in water to at least maybe 12 inches.
Can I use my wand of secret to see if there's a secret door trapped within 30 feet of me?
You use your wand of secrets, and yes, there is a doorway to the east. Here.
Ain't bad that I was going that's the left.
Illuminated by the large blue neon arrow.
Yes.
I love that idea.
I'm going to shout over to the others and go, there's a doorway in here, that handy wee wand. And I'm going to move over there.
Right, so you move over and run into a wall, and then you quickly run back round. You plodge through the water. It's dirty, brackish and stale. And now that you know that it's there, it's again quite easy for you to spot.
I'll go and give Rick a hand. Check this door and open it and stuff.
How long does that last, that 30 foot?
My spell?
Yeah. Or do you just fire it once and then it's done?
I just fire it off. It's not one of the secrets we got. While holding it, you can use an action to expel one of its charges. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's just, and it also serves as a focus. It's like a one-off kind of pew pew.
Yeah, so when you were there, that was the only one you detected. Okay, so yes, quite easily to find the secret door.
Right, I'll
Are we walking through a load of water?
Yeah, you're plunging through 12-inch deep brackish water. It's also got bits of zombie that have fallen off in it. A bit like
Can I use shaped water to move it over to one other side of the room?
Yes, you can.
Mostly because I've never used shaped water and it's a cantrip.
Yeah, indicating. Yeah, you wave your hand and the water moves away from you, and inside it's like all fetid and muddy and gooey and like, ugh. Right.
You don't think it's trapped?
He does not think it's trapped.
Do you want a hand opening it, Rick?
Yeah. I'm going to cast Detect Magic if I can.
You already had Detect Magic up, didn't you? For the...
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast Detect Magic, there's nothing magical on it.
Okay, yeah. Give me a hand then.
Right. I'll help him.
It's just a case of fiddling about until you find it. You know exactly what you're looking for because of the wand.
Okay.
And
Strength check or?
No, it opens. It just refused to open while you were on top of it. Right, Goth, you find the secret door and the mechanism to open it. It's just a simple catch. It's nothing fancy.
Okay, give it an open.
Right, pushing the door, another one opens. Again, I have to move. There you go.
I like that wand. It's very useful. We've used it a few times.
Yeah, ahead of you see a dank passage. This one is quite dusty.
Okay, is there any sign of footprints through it?
Make a survival roll. No. Right, what is everybody doing? Rick, are you shouting out that you've opened a secret door?
I did, yes.
Right, and you see a passage heading off to the northeast. What about you? Well, Re-Rab's there, and Re-Rab's seen you open the door. You see a passage heading to the southeast.
I will have a look to see if I see any footprints or anything.
On you go, Rick. I've got your back.
I shall move in then.
Right, while you're all doing this, Clash is gone 105, 106, 107.
Once it's full enough to be effective, I'll have a wander over.
Right, so Rab, you do detect signs of movement, not exactly tracks, but like scuff marks perhaps made by the edge of a boot, but they're strangely shaped and they're not like boot shaped, but they're also not fresh.
I will point this out to Goth.
Right, Rick, you're forging ahead into the corridor.
Indeed.
As is Etigal, as is Shashalian, you head up to the corridor, into this corridor, seeing it continue to the north, and then it turns to the east.
I'm going to move up.
Please feel free to speak up, anybody. Rick moves up and has a look. You see Goth and Rab.
Oh.
And a door to
I think
the
it's
east.
this way.
Can you all give me some history checks, I would accept? We haven't got any dwarfs in the party, have we?
Yes.
Oh, you have. Rick,
Really?
you can have advantage on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
20
Rab.
minus. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Minus 1.
Rab and Etigal, you realise that these are like cold passageways lined in marble. They're probably used for some kind of ceremony. Rick, you realise that these are definitely some kind of crypts that they appear to be leading into.
I'm just going to say we're heading. This is crypt territory.
So you creep into the crypt crap and creep out again.
You can creep out again, yes.
I'll
Yeah.
go down.
I'm trying to get everybody to come forward, basically.
He gestures you forward.
Aye, they can't see me small hand.
I'll go with him.
Have I got
So I
mage
can shut
hand?
that door.
Are you moving up, Goth?
I will follow Rab.
Right, you approach the door. It's a heavy, sort of carved door, the way that you would carve tombstones.
I check it for obvious traps and stuff.
I'll check it for magic.
Yeah, it's not magical, and Etigal checks it for traps, and it does not appear to be locked. It's just large and heavy.
Does it swing towards us or away from us?
It
Rick.
swings towards you.
I like my doors like I like my women. Large, heavy, and made of stone.
Right, well, what I think I'll do
Okay.
then is, if I can, I'll back off to there, and can I use me mage hand to open the door?
I got a small amount of strength, but I could always use my mage hand to help as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to move it by itself, but between the two of you could move it.
Right,
Do you want to make a stealth check to see how quietly it is?
yes.
Your bless has worn off, by the way, guys, so I'm just going to pop those.
Do I need to make a stealth check?
Yeah, you're both helping. I assumed you were just helping so Andy can...
Oh,
Your bless has
yeah, I'm
worn
happy
off.
to have.
Right, so it creaks a little, but it does slide open, revealing a long passage. There's a landing and then 3 sets of stairs and a long passage leading ahead to what appears to be... What sort of range have we got? It goes into the darkness because you've only got 60 foot infravision. Oh, you've got devil sight, haven't you, Rick?
Yep.
Right, so
Non-magical
you lot
darkness.
just see it leading into the darkness. Rick, you see the back wall, and in the back wall you see what looks like to be crypts, but they're not full of coffins. They're like empty crypt holes where you would store them, where you store corpses, like, you know, the tunnels under that Italian city. That's what's
Rome.
yeah. That
Yes,
is,
I've been in them. It's weird.
that's what it looks like.
I'm
Does
not allowed
anybody
in,
want
Rick.
me to sneak in and have a look?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Right, hang on.
As Etrical does this, can I hold an Eldritch Blast just in case something pops up?
Yeah, you can. Right, Etigal, you sneak over to there so you can actually see that it opens into the room, and the whole place, like nothing else, resembles those tunnels I described under Rome, where there's like empty places. You can see the odd bone in them and that, but no like whole corpses.
Do I think that this could possibly be the source of the zombies?
It's certainly creepy enough.
Like, this could be where the zombies' corpses, like where the corpses to make the zombies came from.
You can't see any zombie corpses. They're all bones, as if they've been there a lot longer, skeletons.
Right, well, I suppose I'd better
Ooh.
creep up to the end of here, hadn't I? And have a peek round the corner.
Right, as you peek round the corner, you see
Yes.
that immediately to your right, there's a whole pile of bones of many corpses all mixed together. About 4 feet high. There's also a big pile of bones in the top northeastern chamber and another big pile in the southeastern chamber. But as you step to the corner, the bones begin to gently vibrate, all of them, all through the pile.
Right. I dash back to the party.
Right, Etigal comes running back down the corridor. Right, Andy, what I need you to do is roll a d12. I'm going to roll a d12, and if we get the same number, something might happen. So I will roll a d12, and I get an 8.
Hang on.
A 1. So, panting, as you got quite the shock, you hold your breath at the door, but nothing happens.
Right, I shall relay this to the chaps that there's piles of bones, and when I got to the corner there, they started vibrating. So I
only the ones that were right next to you started vibrating.
Yeah, but I suspect there's probably something in the bones, and as you know, I don't like dead things. So feel free. I point out where the bones are.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to move into the passage and obviously cast a detect magic. I'll drop that held Eldritch Blast. And I can only move 25.
So you step across, you run into the wall, you step across the threshold onto the...
Oh, there's loads of passages.
Yeah, the north and south passages.
Yeah.
And you move to here. You don't detect anything in your detect magic. What about the rest of you folks? You're all quiet. You're all waiting for Andy to be disemboweled by an unknown creature.
I'm good to walk up and keep an eye on
pretty much.
Right. Shash steps through onto trying to move everybody through this door. For some reason, this door doesn't like letting people. So you all have basically congregated on the top of this landing. Andy has indicated that at the end of the tunnel that opens into the room, on the right-hand side, immediately, maybe 5 feet to the left of there, is this big pile of bones, but there's other piles of bones in the room.
This is probably not a good sign.
So there, basically, where that arrow is.
Yeah, and I suspect that when we get close to any of these piles of bones, that whatever that quivering was will make itself known.
We should probably not do that.
Funnily enough, Kalash, that's just what I was thinking.
Right.
It doesn't exactly look like the sort of gaff that's sort of going to be ankle deep in platinum pieces, does it?
No, you never know.
Right, so you've got, Andy, what you saw when you moved up closer was the burial chambers interned inside niches in the walls, which are 3 feet wide, 3 feet high, 9 feet deep, and stacked 3 high along the walls. Like I said, it looks almost exactly like the chambers underneath Rome, but these are like black stone rather than the sandstone-y colour that the ones are.
Right, I'm going to say I'm sick of waiting. So I'm going to move forward another 25 feet with that detect magic still up, which is only 30 foot, unfortunately.
You do not detect any magic?
I'll stick to him.
Shall I cast a minor illusion of maybe, say, a rat or something and stick it right on the very corner to see if anything jumps out and attacks it?
You could do.
Rather than let one of the lads go and get chopped.
Chopped.
If that's what you're going to do.
Bad idea.
So silently, an illusion of a rat scampers down the corridor and stands on its back legs next to where Etigal is indicated, but nothing untoward happens.
Unless, like, the living it goes towards, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah, so you've stopped. You stop and listen. You hear the creepy drip of something.
Quite close enough.
You've also got the north and south tunnels, or you could head into the room.
Do we want to check the north and south tunnels out before we head into the room?
Might be an
Start
idea.
north and south. I'll go north.
I'm going to wait here.
I will start being sneaky.
I'll go with good goth.
Right, Earl runs into a wall. Right, the southern tunnel heads down, zigzags, and then heads to a T-junction. The rest of you stand there. You look at the T-junctions, it's partially collapsed, and then the tunnel heads straight east. Kalash, you head up, the tunnel zigzags, and you can't see around the corner.
I will keep going, but I will stay in the shadows.
Right, you creep forward.
I will keep an eye out for traps.
You run into the wall once more. No, you don't. You look, and it looks like Kalash. You see it open into another one of these large crypts with the same vaults, and you can just see in the very opposite wall one of those massive piles of bones, which is there.
Revenants, ghouls, liches.
Goth, you. Well, I would say creep, but you clank along in your half plate. So you clank along to the edge. And it appears you've come to that chamber from the southern side.
Okay.
The corridor continues straight east and then turns to the southeast.
I will go down to the next corner.
The rest of you cower like the cowards you are.
And just enough to see along.
Right, so can each group roll me a D12, please? Earl, Rick, roll.
Rick roll.
Andy.
Never gonna give you up.
D12, you say.
Clash gets a
I need
3.
XP for that.
Shall I roll ours?
All right, sorry.
No, that's fine because
Oh, no, not with that trouble.
Andy. So we got a 5 and a 6 and a 3. Ooh, okay. Right, Goth, you get to that corner and find nothing. Earl, you see it opening up to another chamber, but with more exits to the opposite side. Shash is running to the south. Everybody's nicely split up. Andy, you just seem to have stopped in the corridor.
Yeah, hang on.
Rick, you're just standing there next to Weirab looking at each other expectantly.
Well, I was kind of waiting for them to come back, and I didn't want to go any further along there until they've come back with all these bone noises.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no noise or anything. There's just like creepy dripping and...
I think we've gone quite far enough, thank you very much.
Goth, are you heading back there? You see the chamber, you see the 3 piles of bones. One here, you see one there, which is the one the article indicated, and there's also a large pile of bones in that corner there.
Okay, I'm going to go back around the original corridor to the stairs.
Right, I will move you around. You go back to the stairs.
Can you just use your mage hand to, go through the pile of bones?
Everybody's running in all directions here. This is great. Earl, you are frozen in the passageway. Creeping. What are you doing?
To be fair, this
and take a good look, but I'm not getting close to the piles of bones.
This strikes me as the sort of place it's best not to split the party in.
Yeah, so they're all over the place. And we know we're rolling for something.
Yeah, I don't like the idea that we all sort of pay to be targeted.
That's
I've
Dave.
got you targeted. Ready to catch breath.
Right, let you off.
Right, I am going to... Oh,
I'm
that's a good idea.
Tell everybody that there seems to be a way past this passageway to the south.
Yeah, Earl, you see more tunnels and another crypt opening up in that direction. There's another crypt.
Can I
We
get
need to
past
find this
without,
damn file, actually.
Can I get past without going near the bones?
The bones are... That's the bottom corner of the bones. So the closest you could get is there, which you would be 5 feet away from.
I mean, to be fair, if you guys want to go and look for the phylactery, I could always wait outside and get the tea on.
I would like a cup of joe.
Right. Well, you see more corridors. Goth, you tell everybody that it looks like we can bypass the chambers by going to the south.
Or at least we didn't run into any chambers.
Right. Earl, you see 3 piles of bones. One there, and one there in that chamber. It literally looks like somebody's got a skip full of human bones and tipped them into a pile. So they're all like in a sloping pile up against the walls, like hundreds of them.
And this
This
thing
is not a good sign. I'll continue down this corridor now.
Remind me, why are we looking for this phylactery again?
Destroy the phylactery so that we can then destroy the ghosty dragon and then be gone.
And then you're done. Right, you reach a crossroads, you see ahead of you, you just see with your dark vision that it opens up to another crypt, so that's 3 crypts next to you, Earl. One that way, one that way, and one that way.
I don't have enough crap for 3 crypts.
Right.
I think I'll go
Rick walks forward. Immediately, the bones begin to vibrate, and all of the bones slither together. Skeletons leap up in a clawing horde as you have appeared right next to E437. Oh, buggery balls.
There isn't one.
Yeah, I have to find the right Arg monster. But worse than that, because you've triggered one, it appears that you've triggered them all.
Right.
An underweight skeletal swarm. That is so much better than going down the safe passage that Goth appears to have found.
I don't like safe passages.
There you are. Right. Sorry about that, chaps. Going to roll some initiatives. The 3 enormous piles come alive upon Rick walking into the room.
Do I roll initiative?
I've rolled initiative for everybody.
No,
All right.
fine.
So,
I bet I'm bloody lost as usual. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Kalash actually goes first. You hear the clicker-clacker of undead scrabbling, and Rick lets out a gasp to the south.
Oh, I better go and find them. They're in trouble again. I will run for that, and then I will use my bonus dash, so I move 90, don't I?
You do.
As Kalash comes round the corner, I'll just point towards the crypt. They're over there.
Yeah.
There you
yes.
go. There you go.
He's ran around the outside. Yeah, I just given a mistake I made. Right. Next up is Skeletal Swarm Sneaky Stride, which strikes at Rick. You are deafened while in the swarm's space because of the deafening clatter. It leaps forward, Rick, on top of you, and you are deafened.
Okay.
Right, scratching at your armor. You don't seem to have taken any damage. Chashelian.
Yeah, I'm just moving, and then I'm going to have to attack it because
Okay.
everybody else is too far away to cast bless on them.
Yeah, right, I'll clear your targets. There you go. Right, you come running into the room. Rick has been completely enveloped by a clawing horde of skeletons.
I'm just finding my attack buttons.
You can see. Earl, you didn't notice the other bone piles animating in the room that you ran through, but 3 piles of bones have formed together in skeletal swarms to attack Rick.
Oh, great. Wunderbar.
You're hit. It's got a sneaky stride, Rick. That's why you didn't see it.
Great.
Don't you mean,
Oh, I don't say it to everybody else.
Right, slashing at it with his scimitar. Dave kills 2 or 3 of them as he bashes the heads in and uses his extra attack. You kill 2 or 3 of them. You break arms off and slash legs, but the overall effect doesn't seem to have done much, Dave. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Garth,
Yeah.
running forward past Weerab.
And I will drink a potion of greater healing.
Okay, glug, glug, glug.
Come on, let me click it.
Yeah, you slurp that down and feel much better.
Thanks.
Is there anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, chubby skeleton swarm runs up Shash and flows over you. You are also deafened. Do I have an effect for deafened? Because that would be cool. As Shashelian is. Oh, I do. Get in. Shouldn't sound happy about that, should I? As you are enveloped head to foot in a clawing, biting swarm of skeletons, which they then attack you. They hit you, slashing you, and biting at you for 16 damage. Rick, it is your turn.
Can I just strike out?
Yeah. They're literally covering you in a mound, so you can just swing about you
That's the best thing at this point.
with your battle axe.
Magical battle axe. It's all damage.
Again, you're breaking off arms and legs, but overall, it doesn't seem to be doing much effect.
Can't even start. Oh, it did hit. Yeah,
Get off, you bastards.
basically.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
Nope.
Yeah. Need to zoom out a little so I can see what is happening. Next up, we have Weerab. You just see these piles of skeletons, and Rick and Shashelian disappear underneath them.
I take it we won't be able to move past if I move down the corridor to the right.
No, but you can move into them.
Okay, I go to there and I cast Thunderclap.
Ooh, what does that
And
do?
create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard 100 foot away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 3d6 thunder damage.
And what's the range?
5 feet.
So you, Shash, Rick, and the skeletons.
I guess so.
Sorry, no. Goth. I'll do the target. Okay. Target Goth. Target Shash. Target the skeletons. There you go. Feel free to roll. As a great thunderclap. 2 fails, 1 save. Hit that damage. Right. So you blast it. Shash, you feel this wave of thunder hit you. There's a great booming noise. Plaster falls from the ceiling, and literally everything within the entire complex is now alerted to
Presence.
you lot. There's no way that nothing in this complex didn't hear that as it echoes around the narrow chambers. So, that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Etical.
Right. I'm going to move forward because I can't really get into them. So I shall chuck a cantrip in their general direction.
You hit. Yeah, blasting away several of the skeletons. It's losing cohesion now around Chashelia. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is for now.
Okay. Oh, the underweight skeleton swarm rushes down Rick. You're the closest, so it will attack you because you're Rick. You take minus scrapes and damage. Kalash.
All this is happening down the south, right? I move to that, and then I'll rush to there. But I don't think most else I can do.
In fact,
Yeah,
that thunderclap is still echoing.
Ow! That probably makes people a bit deaf, little man.
What?
Ha ha!
And then, is that your turn?
One moment. Yeah.
Sneaky stride. Still same damage on Rick as you are clawed and bitten, Rick.
Yep.
Except the skeletons just targeted themselves because they're feeling lucky. All right. Hits again. Many little injuries. Okay. Goth.
Go to rage. There we go.
You slash them a couple of times. There's literally only a couple of hanging on, Dave. So the last couple attack, but do less damage now because there are so few of them. Shash Alien still fails the bites. Rick, it's your turn again. He's gone quiet. Rick.
Oh, sorry.
He's deafened, man. He didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that is
He's
true.
still deafened. Yeah, Shash, you've only got 2 on you, but you're still deafened. So they're basically crawling all over you with their fingers in your ears.
Sorry, I will use a level 1 spell called Burning Hands, which is the 15-foot cone. So I'll use it out from me up towards the top ones.
Yeah, so you hit both of them. Yeah.
I do.
Agree.
So I'll target both.
Yeah,
Are
I'll
you
target it
targeting
for
it
you.
for me?
Yeah, it's because the drag thing. They should give that a place. It's so much quicker.
And then
And they're loose, sir. Loose. 2 saves, so you take half damage. Right, burning them away. One is only got half or so, and the other one is lightly injured.
I'll be pleased to know I did not roll.
I am not pleased. I was really hoping for some wild magic. Right.
Wild magic does seem to be very you.
We Rab.
Okay, I'll just shillelagh the one beside us. Says that then the clap didn't have the desired effect I'd hoped for.
What, alerting everything in the dungeon? It certainly did.
They would have heard us fighting anyway.
Right, you twunk at one with your stick and managed to kill it. So you beat the last of them free off Dave, swatting them like bees crawling on him. And Dave, you can hear again now. The last skeleton takes his fingers out your ears. You'll be pleased to know.
Hurrah!
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Edigal.
Right, I am going to, wait a minute, that's up to there. Now, it's the one that Rick's under, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Right, target that one.
Cast Fireball. No, sorry. Just me.
No, I've got a handy little spell that would have worked very nicely, but it'll catch Rick as well, so I shan't. I
wouldn't worry about.
I mean, everything else attacks Rick. It's only fair that the party does. Oof, nice.
There we go.
Fireball blasting away skeletons. Rick, there's only a couple on you from that one. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll do me for now.
Dodgery. Underweight skellies, however, still attack Rick. Bouncing off your armour. Clash. You can move through people, but you can't end your turn. But it is, I've discovered, difficult terrain, so it costs 2 squares of movement to move through somebody. Yeah. There's only a couple of skeletons on top of Rick now.
Stab.
You stab because you get your sneak attack bonus. It's a hit. So much damage as you smash the last of the skeletons off Rick.
You're right, damn it.
That was different.
Yeah. There's still a moving pile of skeletons next to you. Is that your turn?
It isn't, because I can't move and attack again, can I?
Yeah, you can. You can take your actions in any order. So you've still got movement left. So you've used 25 feet of movement. So you can't move there because you moved through.
I can't really get there. Yeah, I'll move to there and wait.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
Shash. Move forward.
And slash.
Shash. Are you using your bonus action as well? So is it shash. Again, individually, they don't seem very hard, so you're whacking them time and time again, battling left and right skeletons in your best Harryhausen fashion. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Goth?
Yeah. Move up to there, switch weapons, and attempt to smack it with a quarterstaff, one-handed.
Oh, nice. Twirling it around your head and then wellying it.
Yeah, just give me a second, because I want that. And...
yeah, busting skeletons left and right, the bones go scattering in all directions as you twirl your quarterstaff around.
And the frenzied?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll leave the frenzied. Just leave it at that.
Okay. Rick, it's your turn.
They're still going, aren't they?
They are still going.
I will target them, and I will... Oh, I think I'll lay in another Burning Hands.
Okay.
But I'll angle it so it doesn't hit...
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, because we need to get that wild magic out. It fails to save, so you do the full damage. Burning and melting them away.
Sorry.
No wild magic. There's less than a third of the swarm left now. Sorry, it was Wee Rab. I accidentally skipped you. Wee Rab, you run the other side of Rick.
And I shillelagh them.
You let loose with Shalala. Yeah, you hit. Nice. Might be helpful if you target them next time, but there you go.
No, sorry.
They are vulnerable, so you hit them. Etigal.
Right, I shall dash, I think, to the target that. Come on, carry the shite. Have a bit of the old... we'll do this first. Pick the bones out of that, and then
literally
in my offhand...
Right, so you sweep about and you clear the last of the skeletons, and the room falls silent. All that's left is the last echoes of the bong, 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 bong.
I whip out me magical mace, bone counter, and count a few bones.
Oh, no, you have to actually kill them with the mace.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, you did? So you get D6 worth silver pieces appear in your pocket. 2 silver pieces have appeared in your pocket.
Awesome.
Right, everything
I'm going
falls.
to hit more things with that.
Everything falls quiet again, and you can now see that the bones in this crypt have ceased twitching. There's the tunnel to the north and the tunnel to the south.
So I'll say again, the southway seemed clear.
Hey, all right, we'll go that way then.
Awesome.
Right, so tail between your legs, you head to the south, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So there's a T-junction and a collapsed tunnel. And Goth has said that to the east it seems safe.
I think I used the word clear, not safe.
Sorry, clear, yes.
Right, let's go that way.
But at least everything knows you're coming now, so it saves that pesky rolling for snake and what have you.
Yeah.
Quote hard. I prefer a straight fight.
Right, Eagle, you sneak forward, you see the tunnel snaking, and you see just the edge of a collapsed tunnel.
Right. Well, I might... hang on. I shall just roll a snake if that's all right. As well.
Okay, creeping forward.
May I recommend that we use any healing we have left to maybe heal?
Or perhaps not split up?
But I'll snake forward some more then if there's like people are following me.
I've claimed a potion of healing,
As have I.
so I am going to attempt to drink it.
Right, peeking around the corner, Andy. Or are you peeking around the corner?
Yes, I will
Right,
be.
so you peek round the corner.
Oh, there it is.
Uh-huh.
You see a tunnel leading north, but you can't make out where it goes because obviously your dark vision doesn't go that high and nobody's got any light on. But you do see there's a large hallway ahead, which goes to the left and to the right. Doesn't look like the mausoleum like the rest of them.
Can I ask how you actually managed to get a potion of healing on yourself? Because I've tried to drag and drop
You
it.
drag the red dragon onto your inventory.
Oh yeah, I've got it in my inventory. I want to drink. Oh, yes, I've remembered now. He's put it as an action, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, so
There you
you
go.
creep ahead.
Yes. Right, okay.
Right, hang on.
Now I've finished quaffing
Move
that,
up a
I'll
bit.
go down.
Right, shall creep stealthily up to there. Or in fact, since it doesn't really make a lot of difference up to there, then I can sort of peer around corners.
Was he up the top?
Right, Andy, to the right you see a large chamber. But you don't see further ahead because you've only got 60 feet. I mean,
Yeah.
60 foot. So you only see sort of that far.
I'm gonna.
So you see it
waddle
open to a
around.
large chamber and nothing else.
Okay.
I'm good off.
Right, so are you just Andy sneaks to there?
I mean, if I'm allowed, I'll sneak a bit further.
You can go wherever you like. Earl, are you just hanging behind by yourself?
No, I'll move forward.
Right, Andy, as you get to this chamber, you can see ahead of you graven steps ascending into a wide octagonal chamber with a high vaulted ceiling. The mosaic floor is littered with rubble, and a pool of murky water floods the far side of the chamber. Strange fungi cling to the moist walls.
Right. I'll look round at Shash, point in the direction of that pole, and like gesticulate like an octopus.
Right, so
I nod.
you two have crept forward.
Yep, I nod. I put my running shoes on, get into the running sprinting position, just in case.
Right, so we're at the same pace. Is everybody moved up together? Because Earl's like
Yes.
back by himself.
No, I've moved up with everybody.
Right, well, hold on. So where are you at? Right,
I am
Andy
like
and
behind,
Shash have
but-
moved into the bigger chamber. Is everybody just following up behind?
Yes, but I'm being cautious.
Up to the edge, but not into the chamber yet.
25 should give me there.
Warlock guy, will this phylactery thing be magic?
Yes.
Good.
I will cast Detect Magic as well, so I've got it going around.
Very good. Right, Goth, up to the north, you see another one of those mausoleums, and one of those big piles of bones pokes out from the east. You can't see anything further on, though. So there's one of those big pile of bones there. Earl, where are you moving to?
I'll move up with the Warlock guy. He is a nice person. I like him very much.
We'll move up then. Right, so this
Give
is...
me 30 movement after I use just whatever.
Just use whatever. We're just getting
Sorry,
an
that's
idea
why
of
I'm
where...
like
Yeah, we're just working out where everybody's going to, because you're all sort of creeping and making hand gestures now.
Apologies.
Right, so this is the position where you've came to the bottom of these large steps with the thing of marble. Rick's cast Detect Magic.
And I will move up again.
Right. Using hand signs, I shall signal to Shash to ask him if he thinks we ought to head for that mausoleum where Gurgoth is sort of standing at the entrance of, or should we deal with this pool?
Well, the tunnel actually heads to the north. Where the pool is, there's a wide opening to the north as well.
I suggested towards the pool.
The mausoleum to the north looks to be the same as the mausoleum that you fought the other skeletons in. Waving with hand gestures, you communicate it.
Yeah, that looks very similar, doesn't it? I'm going to go to the steps.
Right,
There's still 30
Rick creeps
foot, 1,
forwards
2,
to
3,
the
4,
steps.
5, 6. There's still 6. I think the last time I moved too far forward, we got nobbled, so...
Right, so you move to the steps. Rick's there. This is the position you're all in.
Yeah.
It would appear so.
Well, what do you want to do? I know you're all nervous and looking at this big pile of water and this big chamber that you've come to.
I
Drip,
kind of want...
drip.
I'll just move forward and have a look.
If I move forward to here, detect magic should go off on telling us whether or not it's a
Right,
magical.
so you're creeping into the room, except Andy, who runs into a wall. Right, looking north, that's as far as you can see. So you just see it opening into a bigger chamber. You don't see anything else. There's a big octagonal chamber to the north. Nobody else can see that far because you can only see.
Okay, what is the phylactery?
A phylactery could be anything that houses its soul, like a snake or a ring,
So we're looking for literally anything.
or a diary. Aye.
Right, so you creep forward a little. Andy, that's just an alcove. It's not like a mausoleum. It seems to have once held a decorative pillar, so like they've crumbled to dust. This place looks like it was once fancy, maybe like some kind of grand pharaoh type burial chamber. But there's that big octagonal room to the north, which obviously you can see on the map, some of you, but you can't see that high up yet.
Did you say if the water was magical?
No, it's not magical. You're not detecting any magical so
Not
far.
magical.
That doesn't mean there isn't someone horrible living in it.
Is the water clear or is it like murky?
Not well confused.
I've just sent a message there. It looks murky and filthy. You do recall that...
Oh, here. No.
You do recall that there was some water outside that had been slapped. Did you say that, Bracy?
Yeah.
Right. So what?
Can I use...
What?
No, it doesn't matter. It's far too much water to do anything with it. I was going to try and push it back or something to see if there was anything underneath it, but...
Eagle, you creep forward and you're
never
finally
mind.
close enough. To the north, you see the most enormous pile of treasure you have ever seen in your life.
I bite me knuckle and
There
try
is a
not to go.
huge pile of gold coins, and with your perception, you see several glints of... Well, you don't because you're in dark vision. You see the outlines of bottles, and there looks to be something poking through the gold, but you're not sure what it is.
It's not, but I'm not sure what it is, but it's not a dragon.
No, it's circular, and because you've got no light, it looks strange.
Right,
Something poking out of the gold that looks unusual. At that point, the cavern floods into light as a firewall bursts out. It targets Kalash, Weerab, Rick, and Shashelian. And then Weerab says, "Oh yes, I like this body," and then turns into a fire elemental.
Shit.
So, Weerab, we need to target the party, don't we?
I can't believe you're attacking us, Weerab.
It's not my fault.
Right, so 2 failures. You burn yourself, but not caring, you turn into a fire elemental. First up is Etigal.
So this thing in front of me, do I think it's Wayrab or whatever?
Well, it is what it is. Now that the firewall is lighted up the entire cavern, you can see that there's circlets and bottles in amongst the pile of gold, but there's something seems to be small and black just poking out of the top of the pile of gold.
Right.
Okay.
Right, in that case, I am going to target myself. I'm going to cast invisibility. And once I have done that...
Right, Bracy, you had failed, so he hasn't had to use a legendary action. He just entered your body and took it over. Phase 1.
Right, and I dash to there.
So you cast something, do you? Invisibility, yeah. And you dash to there. Yeah, you start to skitter on the edge of the coins. Right, Fire Elemental goes first. Who's close? Rick or Kalash? Oh, God.
It's me.
I'm going 1 to 3, Rick.
You've already rolled a 1.
No, Kalash. Right.
Bloody hell.
It uses multi-attack upon you, touching you inappropriately twice, Earl.
Told you away from its inappropriate touches, for I am a gentleman.
The first one misses.
Show me on the door where the fire elemental scorched.
The second one hits you. Do you want to use your uncanny dodge?
I have clicked it, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
And it burns you. Okay, maybe it does burn you. Why did you not do that damage? Right,
Yes, I am
doing 10
hard.
damage.
Yes.
It then happily moves past you all, so you can have reaction attacks upon the fire elemental if you wish.
Excellent, David.
Go on, make it attack roll. You don't get to use your sneak attack though, unless you can. No, you don't actually.
Oh,
You miss, Rick. Do you wish to attack the fire elemental, which is the fire elemental formerly known as Wee Rab? He's just a squiggle now. Do you wish to attack him as he moves past?
I don't know if I want to attack him because it's him. Can I?
just kill it. He wouldn't care.
Oh no, I've got an idea. I'm going to use. Does this thing fly? It's a fire elemental. It will do, won't it?
Doesn't fly. It sort of hovers above the ground, but it still touches the ground. It can't leave the ground.
Oh, okay, I am going to therefore. This is a reaction, isn't it? So I can still do a spell.
Oh yeah, if it's usable from reaction.
Oh, it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's not disengaging or attempting to dodge. It's happily just walking away from you.
I don't know what to do then. I'm not close enough for a battle, actually. I'd have to throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts at it, I suppose. That's not a reaction spell.
No, it's not. Well,
So
it was
I
close
can't really
enough.
do anything.
It was there, so it's walking past you, so you can actually attack it if you like.
Do that, then.
The
I'll
fire
just do that.
elemental, formerly known as Tracy. So just target it, and if you wish, swing away. It's not going to stop you. You hit.
Hopefully we can blast. Well, because if we get rid of the fire elemental, it'll go back to being bracy.
Yeah, and it stays a
Yeah.
fire elemental. It laughs. It's fire elemental fire. It moves past you, Shash.
Right, can I touch and cast on it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I cast protection from evil on it,
Uh-huh.
which means that Bracy gets advantage against a saving throw against possession.
All right. He's already possessed, though.
Well, they lose it.
Ah, right. So does it get a saving throw?
It should do with advantage.
Yeah, but when you cast protection from evil on it, because it's an enemy, does it get a saving throw?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Well, you can't just make shit up on the fly here, and that's not a reaction attack, is it? That's a spell.
No, it's just an action.
Right.
It just
So
says
you're not-
touch.
Yeah, so you're reacting, you're getting free attacks on it because it's moving past you, it's not disengaging.
Right, and
So
no,
do
I
you want to
won't
attack him or not, is the simple answer. No. Right, Goth, do you wish to attack him as he seems to deliberately swerve to walk past you?
So he's making. I can make an attack. Any attack that's an
Yeah,
attack.
make a reaction attack, yeah.
So any attack that's an attack, I'll shove him.
Okay, and where are you shoving him to?
Well, first I got to see if I succeed in shoving him.
It's true. So let me just move to there. Okay, go on, shove away.
Sorry, I thought I had a target.
You just drag and drop the shove thing on the token at the bottom, the action.
Yeah.
Or you can target it.
Grab and
obviously.
drop it on the token.
Move fire elemental 5 feet away or apply the prone effect.
Prone.
Okay, it goes prone. You swear it is actually laughing as it is proned.
It wants us to kill him. We should do it. He was always quite annoying.
Right, okay. It goes prone. Next up is Goth.
And I grab hold of it and drag it.
No, it's made of living fire. You will take burning damage as well if you do that.
Chaps, is there any way I can just say something out of turn in character?
I'll allow it.
Can anyone help me swim?
Okay.
I can throw you in some water. But
So no, you can't. You can't drag it. I'm afraid because it's not substantial enough. It's fire. I get the idea that you want to throw it in the water, which is a good idea.
Just a long way to shove it.
Yeah, it is a long way to shove it. So what do you want to do? Are you attacking or are you waiting? Because it's your turn.
I'm going to go. I can avoid it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will move towards. I think it's ethical.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's your turn. Kalash.
Do I have a pair of nutcrackers in my equipment or pliers?
I would assume so. Yeah. You've got thieves' tools.
I would dive in the water and start searching the bottom of the water for the phylactery.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
I'm going to drown now, and I will be very upset when this happens.
that's interesting.
Especially when the phylactery's not there.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Right. So you don't immediately start to drown. Make an investigate roll with disadvantage as the water's murky and it's muddy at the bottom.
Well, I am really good at investigate because I have a few little powers.
Right.
One of them being eye for detail, which I believe gives me loads of benefits for this. Bonus action to make a wisdom perception check to spot hidden creature or object, or make an intelligence investigating check to uncover or decipher hidden clues.
Okay, fair enough. Roll it as you swim round, holding your breath.
Well, I will use investigations +4. Perception is +4. Oh, to hell with it. I'll use investigation.
Just roll a d20. I'm only going to tell you you don't find anything because it's not in the water.
Which we know.
Yeah, 23. You don't find anything. It's not in the water. But you do find an underground tunnel that seems to go off and probably slopes up to that bit of water that you saw earlier. It's maybe where, when Ebondeth came out in his body, how he got out of the mausoleum to come and attack Leolon. But you do find that clue.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
I'll swim about for the rest of my turn and then get out
And
of
then
the water.
maybe drown. Shash.
I shall move up and touch and cast protection against evil on him. And then I'll continue running.
You run past. He uses his reaction to attack you from the ground. So it will be a disadvantage, but he does get an attack on you, Dave.
Right, I'll just run past then.
Right, it misses. You run to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I skirted it round the sides, would it still be able to do an attack on me?
If you don't get within 5 feet of it, no.
Alright, that's fine then. Alright, because I just want to run
It seems
past.
to be neither taken any...
That's only 15. Right, so then I'm actually going to do the whole dash thing. So that's another 10. So then I get another 25. So that's 25. There we go. I think that's right. That's me. I'm running.
Can I see that strange thing that's sticking out of the gold pile?
Yeah.
To target it.
Mage handed.
You can, I guess.
Well, I target it and then ready for the next turn.
Okay. Right.
Well, if it's what I think it is, shooting it with an arrow might break it.
Right. Ebondeth doesn't get his thingy recharged. Etigal.
Right. Presumably I can see this thing poking out, can I?
You can. It's near the centre of the pile of gold.
Right. Is it a big thing or a small thing?
I would say it's maybe a foot in diameter. And it's round and black, and it looks like it's made of some kind of stone.
Right. Well, hang on. So are we assuming for the sake of argument it's dead centre?
Yeah. So
Right.
I'll just say it there. It's
Right.
there.
Right. Well, in that case, being Mr. Invisible, I'm going to dash and pick it up on me way.
Okay. So you run up the gold coins, which slide in all directions. You grab hold of this thing and tug it free, and it looks like it's some kind of stone urn, and the lid is sealed with wax. What you saw poking out the top was a section of the lid, and there's like a round knob handle on the top.
Right. And I want to run to there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put the urn on the floor and hit it with bone counter.
Right. Okay. Make an attack roll. I know you haven't got anything to target, but just make an attack roll because I don't have an individual totem for this.
Right.
22. Yeah. So you strike it. Roll the damage. It is indeed made of a black stone. Right. It cracks. It cracks and splits, and the wax holding the lid comes free, and the thing splits in half. And inside, you see a pair of fresh, large, round eyeballs that kind of swivel and look at you with with all of like the tentacles attached, the retinas and things like that.
Well, in that case, I'm doing this all arse about face because I knew I wouldn't be able to. Well, I thought I wouldn't be able to break the urn with a sword. I shall, if it's all right with you, I shall stab one of the eyeballs with my short sword.
Right, you stab the eyeball and it bursts, and you don't even have to roll to hit. It's just an eyeball on the ground. You stab it and it bursts, and jelly runs out. The fire elemental howls and grabs hold of its eyes. Please roll a d10. 1. Yeah. Wow. Right. Yeah. So it holds its eyes, and sort of burns intensely hot for a second. But you've only.
And I stab the other eyeball.
Yeah. You can stab it, stamp on it, whatever.
Right. Do I need to roll anything?
No, you stamp it into the ground, and it appears to be of the same effect. It doesn't do additional damage, but the fire elemental howls in agony and burns incredibly hot. Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn for now. Oh, actually, hang on.
There you go.
Well, I'll just roll a stealth if that's all right.
You don't really have anywhere to hide. There's nothing there for you to hide behind.
There's an alcove.
So have you got any movement left to run in the alcove?
Yep.
Right, so you run into the alcove. Okay. Right, so you've destroyed the seemingly fresh eyes in the what appears to be a canopic jar. Right, Dave, the fire elemental stands up, runs towards you with absolute rage on its fiery face, and it bashes at you twice. It hits, and it bashes a second time, and you feel the fire scorching you as it hits you once more. Right, so that's 20 foot, and it used its movement to stand up. So that is the end of its turn. Goth.
Yeah. So it didn't, apart from shouting a lot, it didn't really seem that affected by the eyeballs.
No.
Okay.
How many phylacteries are we looking for?
The
They've
number
never
wasn't
said.
specified.
Canopic jars come in 4s. Horcruxes was 7 or something, wasn't it?
I will go to the pile
Right, you run to the pile.
and root through it.
Right,
See if
you
I can find anything
You
else of
start
interest.
scooping piles of gold out of the way. Can you give me an investigate roll, please?
Does Merkel have a number associated with it?
I could if I could remember where my investigate is. There it is. Yeah, I doubt it.
A 5. Right, you pull another jar free, looking identical to the first one. Rip the top completely off, and cast it to the floor. But this one, just sand runs out. Apparently, it has not only the required jars, it has some fake ones as well. Is that your turn?
Can I use my shield to dig and scatter as much of the...
Oh yeah, that's what your investigate check is. So you dig in your shield in and you just start scattering gold pieces. Bottles roll about. There's a circle, it bounces off and rolls off into a dark corner. But at the moment, the fire elemental is handily lighting the place up. Right, okay, Kalash.
Effectively, somebody to fend off the fire.
I will run all the way up there, avoiding any area of attack of opportunity from the elemental, and start helping with the search.
Right, so
Plan.
you've got to lose 10 feet for moving through Rick and 10 feet for getting out of the thing. So I will move you to there. So you run to here. You get to there, and that's your turn. Shash, engage with the fire elemental.
I will disengage and move towards the pile of gold.
Okay. You disengage, you run towards the pile of gold.
Yeah.
All right, Rick.
I don't disengage. I cast banishment.
Okay.
Because my theory being we need to at least get some time. So let's see what happens.
Save. So that does not work. But I do appreciate the... sorry about this, Bracy, but I'm sure everything...
Well, it's okay, I'm loving this.
Yeah, what a finale, yeah. You have to fight yourselves. Oh, no.
Oh, well. Well, that didn't work, did it?
Do you wish to disengage, or?
Can I do that as a bonus? You used to have a little...
Oh, no, sorry, do you wish to run away? It will get a swing at you, though.
No.
Okay, no problem.
He's at least Scott.
Right. That was Evan Death's turn. Ettigal, you're up.
Sorry, is it me again?
It is.
Right. I'll dash into the middle of the pile and start routing about again.
Okay, make an investigate check.
Where are we?
Oh, that's a 16. Right, so you start digging through the gold. You think you see the handle of another one, but it's going to take you a D4 plus 1 rounds to dig it out. 2 rounds it's going to take you to dig it out. So you madly start scooping gold and scattering it across the floor.
I shout over to Gagoth so he knows where it is, if anything happens to me.
Right, okay.
Can I do anything else while I'm here?
No, because I'm assuming you are literally focusing on scooping armfuls of gold. Like I said, this is the biggest pile of treasure you've ever seen, so you're having to scoop it out the way as if it was a huge pile of sand. Coins just scattering in all directions.
Well, I do have to say, even though I'm scooping and scattering, the odd platinum piece might be going inside the jacket.
Yeah, it looks like there's about 14 or 15,000 gold pieces here. So fill your boots, and I mean that literally.
It's going to be a very heavy gnome.
You remember that Father Dougal said, "Bring a wheelbarrow." Right, it moves up to.
My nice second level spell.
It moves up to Shashalian and attacks once more. Hitting you, Dave, again, burning you quite badly. Right, Shashalian's concentration has failed on that protection from evil. Goth, make an investigation check if you're continuing to dig.
I'm not going
I've
to
just
walk
given
down
up.
to it, give it a shove.
Okay, go ahead.
If I have the action, yeah.
All right, are you shoving it to prone again? Or are you shoving
Yeah,
it
I'm
away?
shoving it. I'm going to shove it away.
Shove it away
So-
5 feet.
Shoves it back 5 feet, follow it up, and shove it again.
Okay, you step forward, shoving the fire elemental once more. So not next round, Andy, but the round after you'll have extricated it. Or you can roll again to see if you can get it, but you might fail to get it out, if you know what I mean. So you can try and do it faster, or you can just keep digging and try and free it. Right, you shove it back 5 feet again.
No, shove it to prone this time.
This time you shove it prone. Okay, you shove him prone. He seems not impressed.
He has to give up movement to stand up, doesn't it?
Yeah, half moment.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Kalash.
I'll finish rolling into the goins and start looking about.
Okay, so
Is
Oh,
it,
I know.
Or a
an investigation check, but you've got that special thing to find things, haven't you?
Yeah.
So what does that do? Make your investigation check.
I will read it out, for I don't know exactly how it affects stuff.
I've realised who we need, like, for this final mission. Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah. No, that's the wrong one. Hang on. I for detail. You can use the bonus action to make a wisdom perception check specific to pair words to, or make an intelligent investing check based into the words. Starting at 3rd level, you can use a bonus action to make a wisdom perception check to spot a hidden creature or object to make an intelligence investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. Does wisdom perception.
Right, Earl, just roll with advantage on your investigate check, all right? For Christ's sake.
Darling. Well, it's very complicated.
Ruling over rules. Just roll it.
I picked a really weird class.
Just roll with advantage. Click advantage
I'm
and
rolling.
roll investigate.
I've done it.
A 15. Right, it's going to take you. You found one. You think it may be a genuine one, but it's going to take you a little while to dig through and get it out. It's going to take you 3 rounds.
I will keep digging and smashing as I go.
Okay.
I figure there's no reason for us to be gentle, so if we accidentally smash stuff, what's the big deal?
Yep, exactly. It's just the sheer weight of all this gold that you're having to dig out. You catch a flash of black deep buried within the gold. Shash, what do you want to do?
Right, I'll move up to Etrigal.
Yeah.
And I'll help him dig out his jar.
Okay, go on,
Will it
roll.
be quicker?
Yes, go on, roll, and you'll subtract it from his time.
Roll what?
An investigation check or an athletics check. Now that you found it, you can roll athletics or investigation because you're literally just using your strength to shovel it out of the way. So if Goth goes mad, a 16. Yeah, so Andy, he runs over and Shash starts scooting it over and you pull another one of these jars free. Shash, it's Shash's turn. You pull the jar free that Andy was digging at.
Can I break it open?
Yeah, it's easy to crack. The wax is old. You break the jar open and out slithers a still intact and pulsing liver.
Stab it.
Right, so you stab it with your sword. You're digging with your bare hands, but you manage to pull your sword out and stab it. The fire elemental roll 2d10 damage, please. Takes 2d10 damage. Gracie, can you make a save and throw versus charisma? Actually, I think I can just drag that on your... Right, no. You feel the spirit inside you being pulled to one side, Gracie, but at the last minute it goes, no, and fights and pushes you back in. Gracie, your mind's in a little box, but the big spiritual figure of Evandeth looms over you, and he says, I'm going to let you talk. It would be fun to hear you scream. So you can talk, but you can't take other actions. Right, and you rolled 13 damage, Dave, or did you? 11 damage. Okay. Right, so that is 2 down. Next up, we have Rick.
Right. I'm going to use Tasha's Mind Whip,
Okay.
Good man.
which is to lash out at one creature you can see. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. Can I... Well, I don't think I can, but can I kind of... He says, can I? Well, I'm not being able to bloody do it, can't I? I've got my free spell. I think I can still do it with the weird way that they do the whole thing. Right, it's fine. I'll just cast it.
Right. It succeeds, so what happens?
You get less damage. Your concentration passed.
Yeah.
I can't
Apparently
remember
that's maybe the possession that it's concentrating
Wow.
on, or maybe it's holding fire elemental form.
That's
Gracie,
funny, that doesn't
you
count.
can now speak.
Kill me, Spock.
Okay. Is that your turn? Are you moving, Rick?
No.
No? Okay.
No. I come up with, Rob isn't here at the minute. Please raise a message after the tone. Beep.
Eagle, it's your turn again.
Right. Okay, digging.
Okay, make an investigation check to find one. Kalash, are you shouting, I've got one, it's under this pile of gold here?
I'm going to smash the shit out of it before I shout that.
15, yeah. Andy, you think you've spotted one? It's going to take you 4 turns to dig it out, though, as you start madly scrabbling at the gold.
Well, I'll yell to Shash and Kalash. There's one here.
Okay.
Nice as I can.
Kalash has also spotted one as well. Fire Elemental stands up and attacks Goth. Inside your head, Brissy, you say, "Look, I'm going to burn your friends alive." Burn them all. Why do you not have an effect prone? I don't know. Who knows? Right, so the 2 arms slash out at you. Actually, it attacks the first time, Goth. And then it attempts to grapple you. To which you just shove it away. But you do take a d10 fire damage at the beginning of your next turn. There you go. It's your turn, Goth. The beast has stood up and has grabbed hold of you, or attempted to, and you've just easily slapped it away.
Well, shove it back again. So 5 feet back.
Pushing it 5 feet back, yeah, got you.
And then follow it.
Yeah, that should be 5 feet there.
And try to push it over.
Yeah, so you're pushing it prone. Yeah, shoved, so you shove it prone again, back to the ground. This is not cricket, is it?
Jolly hockey sticks, old man.
Fire elementals are immune to prone. Sorry.
That's why.
That's why
So
it stands back up then. I'll let you off with that then. It didn't realise it was immune to prone. Oh well.
It just suddenly went, oh, wait a minute.
So you're stepping back or attacking or
So
shoving it backwards?
we'll just continue to shove it further back.
Okay, very good. Kalash, you can either keep digging or you can roll again, but you have a chance of dislodging. So if you fail, you dislodge some gold on top of it and you've lost track.
No, I'm going to keep digging.
So you keep digging. Okay, Shash. Kalash has got one almost unearthed. Etigle's got one that's 4 turns away.
I'll help Kalash dig
Athletics roll. Oh, 22. Right, so you use both feet, you shove a big pile of gold over, scattering it over Kalash and pull out another one of these black jars.
I'll break it open.
Yeah, out slithers a still breathing pair of lungs, all slippery and...
I'll stab it.
Right, you stab it. I would have smushed it into the ground with my heel, but I guess that's you. You stab it. You do 3d10 damage. The fire elemental clutches at its chest and says, ow.
Tripe for tea.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on...
No, you're using your full action to dig and dig and dig. You're concentrating on digging this pile of gold out.
Okie dokie.
So that was another 21. So that's right. Bracey, I'm going to make another saving roll for you. Double nat 20s. Bracey, you are now in control of yourself as a fire elemental. You push the spirit
Turn the gas off.
out. Right. The spirit comes loose and appears out of the frying pan, gentlemen, into the fire as the ghostly spirit of Ebon Death appears and screams, "No, you freaks, get away from that!"
I'm presuming he's damaged.
Right, Rick.
Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, I am going to move up to here. Is he still targeted? He won't be, will he? He is now. And then second level. He's a spirit, isn't he? So he's going to be like incorporeal, like a haunt thing. So let's mind whip him again. He'll succeed because it's an intelligence check, but it's still damage. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thrashes backwards and forwards as you do a little tiny bit of damage to him.
Don't roll a 1. Oh, there we are.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm running out.
It's
spells
Ebon
here.
Death's turn. Goth, Ebon
One
Death
spell left.
flies straight at you and says,
Here we go.
"You want to play, do you, boy?"
I offer you a challenge. If you can answer my riddle, we will stop.
All right, Goth, you are possessed as Ebon Death once more disappears.
Oh,
Etigal, you have 3 rounds to go. You can either roll again for digging or just keep digging.
Did I say this just happened there?
You've just seen the spirit of Ebon Death briefly appear and then disappear again. So you're not sure what happened.
Right. Hang on. Did you say... Did you carry a shade guy, you son?
Yeah, if you're digging for jars through this huge pile of gold, you're completely focused on...
Did you say it was athletics?
It is, yes. Because you know it's
Right.
there, so you don't have to search for it. You just have to roll athletics. A 10. So it's not gonna help you do it any quicker, but you haven't managed to pull it down upon yourself. Right, Bracy, as the fire elemental.
Right. Do I know it's gone into Gagoth or not?
Yeah, you do, because you were right in front of him as it's a.
If I stayed in fire elemental form and fight him, no, I could kill him.
He's got a few hit points as Goth.
I hate to say it, because like this could equally apply to me. Should I go on the wrong end of this? We have got a scroll of raised dead.
Yes.
Not that I'm suggesting you do try and kill Gagoth, but like if it ends up in me,
Well-
like don't spare the horses.
What are you going to do, Bracy?
I'm trying to work it.
It appears. Who still has one to come out? It was Etigal. Etigal's shouting, "I think this is the last one!" to everybody as he tries desperately to dig, but it's going to be 3 more rounds to get it out.
So we need to get.
What are you doing, Bracy? Are you attacking him or not?
I'm going. I'm just seeing if I can got something like grapple or something as a fire elemental or not.
Oh yeah, you can grapple him as a fire elemental. It's at the bottom of your screen. Just drag the grapple and drop it on the token.
Oh yeah, sure, yes, sir. Would it be possible to move round to the other side of him and then shove him?
Mm-hmm. You will do the fire damage to him anyway.
Yeah.
Right, you move to the other side of him and drag and drop the shove on him then. Yeah, you bounce off. Goth is quite strong. You can try again because you've got multi-attack if you like. Not with those rolls there, Goth.
Not even close.
Yeah, Goth grins and turns to you and says, well, it's time for me to have some fun, huh? Right, Goth.
Well, he sounds like a horny cowboy.
Yeah, you you do that thing where you take extra... what's it called? You get advantage.
Rage?
I have to rage first.
Then he rages.
Okay.
Can you do that for me? Can you still control your character sheet as a baddie?
I can.
Excellent. Then can you rage and recklessly attack Bracy there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. Ebon Death says to you, "You seem to be enjoying this. Perhaps you should join up." Yeah, he strikes you, Bracy. How many attacks do you get? He'll use any and all of your abilities. So if you've got any action,
You only get
surges-
2 initially. On the turn you can rage, you can only get 2.
Right.
And then the following turn, you can start going frenzy.
The firewall has dropped, so the place is almost plunged into darkness. The only light being the fire elemental. Right. So is that all you can do to him? Sadly.
That's all I can do to him.
Okay. In that case, you will move and run up the pile of gold, getting into melee with these lot. Right, Kalash.
Keep searching. I will get the orb, the urn, and smash the shite out of it.
Right, so you were also searching for one, weren't you?
Yeah,
I've
I
also
brought
got
that
a
one.
one. Oh, you broke that one. I'll keep searching then. I'll make
Yeah,
another one.
Shash
No,
brought
help
that one.
Erical.
Etigal's
Help Erical.
Shash help Etigal.
I'll do that.
Right, are you running over to Etigal?
Yep.
Okay, move. Goth, can you please make a attack against Kalash with your reaction as you cut into him brutally from behind?
Can I use an athletics roll to dodge it?
No.
Can use athletics to move through an area effect of attack of opportunity as a dodge.
Says who?
That's the rules.
That sounds like bollocks to me. We've never done that before.
Yeah, but I read them one day.
I don't believe it. Right, you run past. Goth slashes you from behind, and you weren't expecting that. He wasn't expecting that, and you make an athletics roll as Etigal is.
Ow!
An athletics roll.
I did not land there.
No,
Sorry.
you're not. You don't land. You just click on it. How can it not land?
I did. It just does weird shit, Rich. It
Right.
doesn't trust me.
So you reduce it by 1 round. So next round, Andy, or the next assist, you've partially unearthed it as you both desperately, but you're scooping coins out the way. The coins are sliding in almost as fast as you're scooping them. Shashelian.
I will help uncover Erical's jar.
Right, okay. Turn your back on Goth, who has no reactions left, sadly. A 14, yes. So between the three of you grab and pull the final jar free.
I'll whip the lid off.
Yeah, tearing the lid off, you empty it out onto the pile of gold, and there's a gooey, sticky brain slithers and plops out with a plop on the floor.
Headache incoming. Do him, Erical. Do him.
Grind it into the pile of gold with a hail of me boot.
Right, the Goth screams, clutching at his head, and then the spirit of Ebon Death is ejected from his body. Do roll me 4d10, please. Goth, you suddenly find yourself back into control.
When you roll a 4d10, can we have like 40? 14.
Clutching at his head, Ebon Death's spirit appears. He wisps of them are already coming apart. Rick.
Final one. So I'm using the wand of magic missiles.
Right, okay.
Do I still get any more damage on this?
Yeah, you get the extra 2d4 plus 2 because the first missile should do extra damage.
2d4 plus 2. Right, so whatever that is. And then I have to roll a 20.
And 9 damage.
It's 5. Right, it's not dead yet. It's completely whooshed, but it's
Right, okay.
Right.
Death's possession does not recycle, so what he will do is cast Horrifying Visage on everybody initially.
But I should have advantage against saving it because I will.
Okay, well, it should do it automatically, but we'll find out. So, Earl as well. It opens wide, it screams its anger and agony at you all. 3 fails. You are frightened. You cannot move any closer to it. And then...
Was I not near enough?
It's a cone. It appears to be mimicking its breath weapon in death as it did in life. And then it reaches out with its withering touch on Goth. Which it didn't do anything. Oh, there you go. Hits with withering touch, Goth. You take some damage. 17 necrotic damage, and you feel your skin start to wrinkle and wither. And that is pretty much all it can do for this turn, as you have smashed the last of its canopic jars. Edigal.
Right.
You're afeared.
Yes.
And you're no longer invisible. Hang on. Your invisibility is worn off.
Yeah, I know that.
You are frightened, sir.
I may well be frightened, and I don't have to get any closer to him, because he's right next to me, so I'm going to shiv the bastard.
That seems sensible. You can also use your sneak attack as you are standing.
Oh, yes. There's a second to find it. There we go.
Right. The attack does not hit. It passes straight through it.
Well, I might
magical weapons then.
Not necessarily. You might have just missed. You only rolled a 12.
Well, I might as well offhand it with the other weapon.
He hits with the second one. Doing damage, it screams, "No, you fools!
Pick the bones out of that, you fucking lizard.
I'll fucking kill you all. I'll swallow your soul." Is that your turn, Andy?
Yes, that is my turn. Thank you very much.
Fire elemental.
Attack Ebon Death.
You are no longer frightened, Andy. After that stab, you're like, pussy. Fire elemental, dude.
Oh, no. Where's the normal attack on here?
Down the bottom.
Just like that cunt up.
Do you just scroll down to where it says fire form? Right. You passed through his semi-substantial form.
God damn it.
Twice. Is that your turn, or do you wish to move? Okay, slide
move to there.
alongside the spirit. Goth?
Yeah, hit it a bit.
A lot. Many, many times.
I wish.
It hits.
Okay.
Right, and it does damage to it as well. It doesn't seem to be able to escape to the ethereal plane or turn insubstantial at the moment. It looks like it's having to fight. It begins to look desperate.
That is me done.
So much damage, Kalash.
Hello, if you promise to leave the world alone for 500 years, we will not destroy all of your factories. On the oath of dragonkind and nothing more.
You fool, you've destroyed them all. I can never get those back.
You could be alive still, but you are not. At the end of the day, 500 years to an immortal creature is nothing, is it not?
It's better to burn out than to fade away. Are you moving or anything? Because you're still afraid.
I will step forward and try and stab
You
it.
can't, you're frightened. You can only move away from it.
I will keep searching.
Yeah, make an investigation. 5. No, you do not find anything. Shashalian.
If I use an action to cast Bless, will I still get at least one attack on it?
No.
I'll cast Blessing and hope for the best.
Okay. You whack the old Bless on.
Bless on.
And
Bless
is that your turn? You can move, I guess, if you want to. Is that no?
Well, I have an attack as a bonus action, though, don't I?
Yeah, but you have to take the attack action to get the attack as a bonus action?
I don't know.
You probably do. Normally, that's the case. When you
I'll
take
check to see if I've got a cantrip I can cast on it. Or can I not do that either?
No, it's the other way around. You cast cantrip as your main spell, and then you cast a heal as your bonus action. Unless Bless is a bonus action spell, which I don't think it is.
No, I'll just get ready for the fight.
Okay, Rick.
Thingy to his ghost. Oh, that was a nice hit.
Oh, yeah. Blasting into Ebon Death, who seems to be running out of options as he screams and thrashes about.
That's him.
wildly attempting to kill people. Yeah. Bits of his ectoplasm you blast away with your Eldritch Blasts. Ebon Death doesn't get possession anymore, so he's going to try Wither and Touch on Shashelian. You keep your concentration, Shash. It's a desperate measure, but that's all he can do is touch you. He can't move away. Edigal.
Touch me. I want to feel crazy.
No longer afraid.
No
Facing
longer afraid.
a heavily injured
Right, well,
spirit.
I do believe it's shivering time.
Remember, Edigal, he still hasn't killed you yet.
I know.
He's trying.
Oh, aye. As I'm about to slide the sword in, can I just look him in the eye and go, remember me?
You can. Oh, it's a big hit. You cut deeply into him, and like his ghostly skill split open, and black light starts to spew out from him. So anything
And
else you want to do?
Yes, I shall offhand him.
Oh, what? Yeah, barely able to contain himself, holding his cup together.
I don't die as easy as you thought, lizard.
I curse you all to the 9 hells. Fire elemental. It's partially resisted. You're grabbing him by the tail. Oh, so close to a 20. Again, clubbing him. He seems to be, wisps of him are breaking off his wings that are flapping but not really there. They're trailing off into ghostly spirals. Goth, suspect bad things are about to happen here.
Hopefully lots of violence.
You perform lots of violence upon Ebon Death.
Lovely.
How do you want to finish the beast?
Shoot him in the head with the back.
Oh, no. Yell out to the you and me, now my turn to be in you, and run through the middle of his body as I hack.
Yeah, so you run and scattering gold coins left and right as you run down. You open them up like a zipper with one final scream. There's a great burst of black light and his form just dissipates and floats away as if there was a wind blown away. Ebon Death, the immortal, is gone. No more.
And while this is happening, I've whipped out a sack and I'm shoveling gold coins into it.
Yeah, before the spirit body hits the floor, Andy fills a sack. Not realizing that he can fill a sack completely. Inside the pile of coins, you find a circlet that had skittered away, and 3 potions, and 10 jet gemstones, and 14,000 gold pieces, and 1,750 platinum pieces.
We could buy a country with this money.
You could
We should buy a
repair.
country.
You could repair Treasure Manor.
Yep.
ID.
this
I'm going to
point-
ID everything for you, just because
As
this is the end. So you defeat Ebon Death. Andy begins to shovel gold pieces, but there's more gold pieces than even Andy's little greedy frame can carry.
Yeah,
Let's
but
just
if
go look
you
at them.
remember, I did say earlier on that I was pocketing any platinum pieces I came across.
Well, there's so many platinum pieces you can't possibly pocket them all. You haven't got big enough pockets.
So it's basically like the end of the Crystal Maze.
Yeah, there's just gold. Like literally, I think Andy's just thrown the gold in the air. Like, woo! Right, with the
But
death.
nice
I will-
records, though.
Scrooge McDuck, this motherfucker.
with the death of Ebon Death, you sought through his treasure. The evil in the mausoleum's gone, so any of the undead were gone. You can take whatever you request out of the party menu, because I can send you character sheets. As you
What does that
trudge, I don't know how you're gonna arrange to carry all of this treasure, because there's quite a lot.
We'll have a long rest and then I'll turn into a pack horse.
But yeah, I know adventurers will manage it somehow. I'm going to share all of this treasure just so we can see the ching. Are you ready for this? All right.
I am buying a whorehouse.
So
I'm buying a pub in Leylon.
you trudge back to Leylon with this enormous pile of treasure. When you do empty the pile of gold coins, you do find another half a dozen of those canopic jars, but splitting them open, they are revealed to be empty. And Rick, they also radiate the same amount of magic as the real ones. You have
It's interesting.
You have destroyed the threats to Leylon for now. There's a great party held in your honour, statues are erected, and the second chapter of the interested party comes to a happy but hard-won conclusion. So, who wants to go first? What happens to you in the following months or years?
All right. Well, Rick has a drink at the pub, gets quite slaughtered, and then the next day gets up and speaks to us and says, right, okay, I'm off then, and probably asked where he's going. He said, "Well, I'm being sent wherever me patron told me to go." The point my voice changes. She's a nice lady, really. I just didn't. She's not, but just didn't want that Eben Death or any of this lot. Apparently, winning. She'd prefer to win later on.
Yeah, she's left it. You've left a power vacuum in the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Your patron is all too happy to fill it a later date.
Yeah, because
Is your patron perhaps green in colour?
I don't think so.
Have you checked?
She's more bird-like.
The patron I was thinking also has wings, so she's quite bird-like.
Yes, no, mine is the Raven Queen because he's a hex wraith. No, he's not a hex wraith. That's Warhammer, whatever the hell he's called.
Yeah. Right. So who's next? What do you do next upon receiving this huge treasure and the adoration of all of the Sword Coast?
I would like to head to see my green dragon mother and tell her I will like to make a spy agency in her name, since she is far superior to all the secret agencies in the north as it is. The Zentrum are laughable, as are everybody else, and she can see the future, so she knows that I will never betray her. And I will then try to recruit everybody I know to her, of course, because, you know, at the same time as being a member of the Zenta, Rime, and everybody else.
Yeah, Cloug, your Green Dragon patron, is not so interested in ruling the Sword Coast, but she is the greatest interest in having fingers in everybody's pie. She is the epitome of gossip, corruption, and intrigue. So you have quite a successful...
I'm all about the intrigue.
And so you spend your time worming your way into places, betraying Zentarum and...
I will betray everybody. I will be, when they question me and say, "Are you a double agent?" I can honestly say I'm not, because I am a quintuple agent. Ha ha!
And as you kill your last Zentarum agent, you throw him the empty tin of Zentarum comedy mustache wax.
Yep.
It lies upon his dead body.
You started this. I warned you it was a very bad idea to make me Mayor Zentarum, but you didn't listen. Also, your whole organization is a little bit top-heavy. Not to be a critic or anything, but you know.
Excellent. Who's next? Anyone?
Well, I'll oversee the repair of our manor. Once that's repaired, I'll have a damn good piss-up party for the Leilon and Fandolin, and over the years I'll help patrol the area, keeping it safe from bad guys and monsters. And I'll try and get Kalash to organise intelligence agency.
Of course I will. I will always accidentally, without caring, of course, because I do not care for your petty things, but I will kind of have a soft spot for this shit all. So, you know, anyone fix with this time, they get their heads shot off.
Excellent.
But, you know, it's nothing important.
Okay, so that Dave becomes an all-round good guy. Andy?
If anybody wants me, I'll be in the basement of the windmill at Fandolin.
Would you like to help me maybe betray lots of people and look after a green dragon and also cause lots of trouble and look after a town?
Can we help repair this windmill for the lass?
I do have me weekends to think of. Of course,
well, it's a hobby.
Pleasure.
A hobby is a great thing. Everyone should have a hobby. My hobby is stuffing things.
So Andy turns up in a cart with like thousands of gold pieces, and he's like, "Do you mind if I put this in your basement of your windmill?" And several years later, he's still there. He's grown a long beard, and the windmill's actually fixed.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a regular in the pubs on the Sword Coast, playing me bagpipes, telling stories, and the usual sort of thing. And if anybody needs lifting, I'm your home.
And the baby manticore is all fully grown now, and that lives with us full time as well. So
it'll be fine as long as it doesn't eat any badgers.
It's called Alan.
And she's like, "I'm only 30. 30, Jesus Christ, where did all of the years go?" She says to you with a quite amusing look on her face. Gracie, what do you do?
I'm going to open up a pub called Weather Forks, where I serve cheap beer and even cheaper food. And I'll have a secret base of operations in the cellar for all the lads.
I shall regularly drink at Weather Forks.
Yeah, Weather Forks, is it in Leilon or in Fandolin?
One in each if I can afford it.
So you open up a pub, which may or may not be a front for Earl's investigation agency. But casting back to Leylon, you all raise a glass for the final victory. Rick, I'd like to think that you get your wand of pyrotechnics out that you've never actually used and fire a load of fireworks into the air, like the end of every good movie.
With an Ewok watching in the background.
Yeah. So.
Oh, there we go.
The NPCs. Star managed to make a deal with the spirit inhabitant the dreadnought and finally found the greatest crew, one that didn't mind her drinking. In fact, she would pour half the bottle of rum out onto the deck, and her and a drunken undead Death Knight ship would sail around. Oh, I'm sorry, Goth, I forgot to ask you.
Oh, me? No. Yeah. I'm just going to go work in Weatherfawkes as an enforcer.
Yeah, I was going to say I need a bouncer.
Oh, yeah. Although the first thing I'm going to do is go to that Knight's pub in Leylon if it hasn't been destroyed, and just walk into the door still holding my axe. If you want to take it off me, you're welcome to try.
Good lad.
Right, so we heard what happened to Star. Star is now sailing the high seas with a self-crewed dreadnought, the pair of them getting pissed and having many adventures together. Young Bernice Fisher still wakes up to this day screaming in terror at the nightmares about being burnt alive. No. Rick.
Which is worse?
Rick, you're walking down the road one day, like you said, you're heading out to see where your Raven Queen takes you. And you feel a little sad, and then you realise it's because you haven't been to Leylon recently, because you haven't spoken to that nice half-elf woman that runs the town. And
half-dwarf, wasn't she? Not an elf?
No, she was a half-elf woman. You got on well with her. She was soft-spoken. You never heard of the Growler. That you feel a little sad for a second.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then you think, oh, it must be because I haven't been back to Leylon to see that half-elf lady. She was nice. I forgot her name for a second there. Me all tapping your forehead. Maybe I'll head back to Leylon one day. So Leylon is run by a happy and beneficial town council.
And I make my secret society's headquarters underground in Weatherfawkes, please.
Of course.
The secret cellar. We're going to all just live in a pub.
Finally,
Finally,
Father Droogle sits in a dark cave on a throne made of skulls. Before him, two zombies in butler uniforms hold out a map of the southern continent. He sits there in his robed finery, proudly bearing the Archbishop's circlet around his neck. He looks over to his advisor, robed in black, covered in skulls, and he says, Machiavelli, it's about time that we took control of the Church of Michael in the Southlands. It's so much more satisfying to gain power without warfare. Can you get me any of the information on the person that runs it down there? He says, no, wait, I have an idea. Get me Kalash. Machiavelli says, but Master, Kalash, he hates you. He's sworn to kill you. He says, well, tell him we have an interesting job for him. Tell him there'll be murder, intrigue, blackmail, extortion, burglary, murder, torture, and tell him the pay as well. And then
I'll lean forward and say, what's the worst that could happen? Out of the shadows.
Credits. Done. Finny.
Thank you.
Oh, brilliant.